Ladies and gentlemen, WCEG continues. We speak in life into the community, and we're here again at the gala celebration for the life and legacy of Mayor William Bill Edwards. And we have with us the Chief of Police of South Fulton, Georgia, Chief Keith Meadows. Chief, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you so much for having me this afternoon. This certainly is a wonderful event, and we're glad that you guys were able to make it out tonight.
Thank you. This event is all about legacy.
It really is. You know, Mayor Edwards is the first mayor in the city of South Fulton, and he was able to bring with him a host of initiatives that I believe that will serve as a foundation for this city for years to come.
Amazing. And, you know, one of the things that any great leader, particularly the leader of a city, a brand new city, one of the biggest concerns is public safety.
Right.
And you are directly involved in public safety. So how has he helped you with that?
You know, sometimes people underestimate the value of great leadership. And he and the council have been very supportive of this organization. We went from 87 police officers to 178 in a matter of 2 to 3 years. And during a time when most police departments are short on personnel, that speaks volumes to what we were able to accomplish in such a short period of time. And so having that sort of support from the very top of the city meant a world to the men and women that serve here. And we certainly hope that that sort of support continues even after Mayor Edwards leaves office.
And I think what's important to note to our viewers and listeners is that not only did you increase the police department, which many departments have, but your crime rate has dropped.
You know, we're one of the few cities in Georgia, especially in the metropolitan area, that's enjoyed a reduction in crime throughout the pandemic. For the past 3 years, we've experienced an overall decrease of crime by 38%. And so that's really significant given these circumstances that these men and women have faced. And it also speaks to the level of support that we've gotten from our elected body.
Well, Chief, would you like to leave one parting message for the mayor?
Well, Mayor Edwards, I can't say enough about what you meant to not only the South Fulton Police Department, but to me as a leader coming up through this organization and being able to put this organization together. I certainly appreciated the support that you gave me, and not only me, but to my family as well. Thank you for everything that you've done, and we wish you nothing but the best in the near future.
Thank you very much, Chief. It's been a pleasure having you. Thank you very much. Thank you. As I said many times before, one of the signs of a great leader are those leaders that come behind him. And we have, once again, Ms. Damita Chatman. I'm handing it over to her for the next interview.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. We're here with the godfather of the city of South Fulton. This is the man that made this thing happen. Representative Roger Bruce. I got a pet name that we gave him during cityhood movement, and we call him Yogi Bear.
Yogi Bear.
Thank you, Roger, for being who you truly was. You believed in the vision. You fought hard. So tell me, what you want to say about Bill Edwards?
I think he was the right person for the job. You know, he had the background with the county, so the transition was smooth. We brought the fire department over, the police department, zoning, all of the different parts of the city that the county were performing. He did a great job of making sure that all of that took place. Him and the council, some of the council, made sure that things happened the way they were supposed to happen. So I'm going to miss him.
Thank you, Roger. So what we should be looking for you under that gold dome, talking about that voting bill.
Yeah, right now, you know, I deal with state issues, and right now the big issues for us are protecting people's right to vote. And we are in a situation where the Republican Party, they're trying to do everything they can to stay in power. And part of that is to suppress our votes. As you know, I have a bill that's been pending for a while that would allow people to vote at any precinct within their county on election day, which makes it easier for people to vote. And that bill hasn't moved. And it hasn't moved because they don't want to make it easy for people to vote. So we just got to keep fighting. We got to stay together and do everything we possibly can to help people maintain their right to vote.
Thank you, Representative Roger Bruce.
All right.
We're going to be getting Mr. Carl Driscoll. Okay. Excuse me. We got somebody from the community, from District 2, and folks probably would have never dreamed that me and Carl Driscoll be standing next to each other. We ran in the city of South Fulton in 2017. It was a competitive race, but God can do everything but fail.
He will do it.
And Carl reached out to me a couple years ago, and we've been all right ever since. And I told Carl we were just in the race. This is my brother from District 2. Carl, tell me something. How do you feel about William Bill Edwards?
I love the man. I didn't even vote for him in the first election. If it wasn't for him and his relationships, we wouldn't have gotten this far. We needed him for the next 4 years to make sure we stay on the beaten path.
Absolutely.
I think he was a godsend. He spent over 20 years in politics. But what I care about today are his last 4 years.
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Carl, and we're going to be doing some stuff together and making sure that we hold our council and our mayor-elect accountable.
Hey, just as critical as I was about Bill Edwards, I will be critical about the mayor-elect. Just get it done. That's all I want to see. No dude.
Absolutely, and I'm going to tell you, I was shocked when I saw that he had became Bill Edwards' fan, because he was a firecracker when it came to Bill Edwards.
I'll admit it.
And so I want to thank Carl for being who he is. Carl, thank you for being my friend.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to tell you, I love you. You just keep on doing what you're doing.
I'm glad to see what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Carter, I'm going to... Karina, thank you, Patrina.
All right. Hi, I'm Reverend Patrina White McClure with WCEG Network, and you are?
I am Mayor Pro Tem Helen Zenobia Willis with the City of South Fulton, and I represent District 3.
Oh, thank you.
Am I supposed to be looking this way or?
That way, yes.
Okay.
And so what would you say about the political royalty and legacy of Mayor Bill Edwards?
It can't be duplicated, or his legacy can't be duplicated or imitated. He is one of a kind. He was very instrumental in helping us stand the city up. There was nobody who understood city and county government. He was the only elected official that ran out of the field of 72 individuals and rose to the top. We appreciate everything that he has done, and he will continue to do, because he's not going to go in. He's a staple in our community. He's a statesman, and we will continue to look for guidance and wisdom from him for years to come. And so this is not, in my opinion, a defeat for him. This is just him going to the next level. Good luck, and we will see you around.
All right. Thank you so much for that powerful words, a beautiful commentary on Mayor Bill Edwards, his work here in the city of South Fulton, with him being the one to help lead that effort to become a city. So thank you for tuning in to WCEG Network. Thank you so much.
Bad thing turning your back to the camera. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CEG again. And we have the state representative from District 64.
That's correct.
Mr. Derrick Jackson.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Also
welcome,
candidate
sir.
for lieutenant governor.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Come on, you can campaign right here.
That's exactly right.
No problem.
That's right.
Well, welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
How has Mayor Edwards impacted your career and your leadership?
Absolutely. Well, first off, it's great to be here to celebrate Bill Edwards. Mayor Bill Edwards is a pillar of our community. He already talked about his resume from a political sense, but I want to talk about Bill Edwards from an Alpha Phi Alpha perspective.
Come on with it.
See, because as a frat brother, him and I share the same beloved fraternity. And one of the things that you will realize that Alpha men has always been on the forefront of making sure that everyone is treated with love and dignity. And so when you think about Bill Edwards, he embodies the spirit of Alpha Phi Alpha, a husband, a father. And so it's great to be here to celebrate him today, to recognize his contributions, not just to the city of South Fulton, but to our state as a county commissioner. And so it's just great, and it's a joyous occasion. I'm not sad because Bill Edwards is not going far.
Okay.
He's going to continue to share his wisdom. He's going to continue to share his perspective. And all of us who are aspiring to follow him, his footprints that he has left, it's just great for us to be able to have him around so we can pick up the phone and say, hey, here's my conundrum, here's my situation, give me your thoughts.
And here we have the mayor responsible for possibly our next lieutenant governor of Georgia.
Absolutely.
And that is just fantastic. It's something that I've talked about with many of the leaders here, is that the sign of a great leader are those leaders that he raises, not just himself, not just the people he leads, but how he educates and raises people and inspires people to other levels of leadership.
And you're highlighting a very good point, and especially when you look at characteristics of Bill Edwards, because I do believe, as a retired naval officer, that leadership and service is when you go beyond yourself. And Bill has always went beyond himself. And so that's what makes him a great leader. That's what makes him a great public servant. So you're exactly right, to be able to mentor and create those of us who is following in his path to become better public servants and better leaders.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, we have State Representative Derrick Jackson on his way to being Lieutenant Governor of the state of Georgia.
Absolutely.
And give us a little campaign speech right here.
Oh,
a little
absolutely.
30-second speech.
Well, listen, I am Derrick Jackson, and I encourage everyone to go to my website, do your homework. And that website is Derrick, D-E-R-R-I-C-K, Jackson.org, DerrickJackson.org. And they always can reach me on my cell phone, 706-810-0498. And people always ask, well, why did you give your cell phone number? Because I want you to reach me directly. See, that's one thing about leadership and public service. Your constituents should be able to reach you without going through an executive assistant. So, again, by all means, know more about me and what my campaign stands for and what I'm looking to deliver as a Lieutenant Governor of Georgia.
And one thing I'd like to highlight before you leave is because many of you haven't heard the speech by Mr. Edwards, but one thing he did say, and this is what you're saying, is that I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I'm going to give you the information. And that's what he's doing by having you visit his website, get the information, be an informed voter. And ladies and gentlemen, we thank you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you so much for being with us.
Take care.
Thank you very much. And now, Reverend, back to you.
Thank you so much. We're working on getting Mr. Hightower over here. Mr. Hightower. Hi. All right, we are welcoming Mr. Michael Hightower to the platform here. He is not a stranger to the Atlanta, Fulton County, Metro Atlanta, all of that political community. Welcome, Mr. Hightower.
Well, so glad to be here tonight with this very special occasion. And I would just say it's a very joyous occasion, but a sad occasion. But we are thankful for the leadership that my friend has provided over the last several years, and we celebrate that.
Yes, that is something to celebrate. He helped to start a city. He was the movement behind it, as well as so many others, and I'm quite sure you were as well.
Well, yes, let me just say, Bill had the vision to determine that we need to be one community. And there could be no better person or mayor to start and kick off the first 4 years of the city. Police, public works, paving, Wolf Creek Amphitheater. The list goes on, the things that he has done for this community. And I'm glad to call him my friend.
Wow, that is amazing. And not a lot of people can put that on their resume. You know, all of those things you just mentioned, plus some. And he has a family who he honored. And what do you say about the community coming together as a family?
Well, I say this is a great homecoming tonight. As you look around the room, it's kind of like a celebration of the community. But also, I would just say in closing, you know, like my pastor used to say, let the works I've done speak for me. And I think tonight we can see the works that have been done to this point speaking for the community while going through Bill as a vessel.
Wonderfully put. Thank you so much. Again, this is Mr. Michael Hightower. Look him up, everybody. Is there a way people can get in touch with you with what you do? Without
a doubt. That is thecollaborativefirm.com, TCFATL.com. Michael Hightower. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening. All right, we're about to have Mrs. Damita K. Chatman here. She's about to do another interview for us here at WCEG Network as we celebrate the career or the term ending of Mayor Bill Edwards.
Thank you, Minister Karan. Well, we got the first judge of the city of South Fulton, and this is Judge Tiffany Sellers. Just tell me, if you had to come back to the city to be a judge, would you do that thing again? You know I'm gonna put you on the spot. That's a yes or a no.
I don't know about that, Miss Chatman.
Okay.
I think that, you know, my role, I think God called me to build it. And now it's for somebody else to keep it going.
Okay. Just tell me, how was it working with Bill Edwards?
My experience with Bill Edwards is really first class to none. Being a political novice and a political newbie, I knew nothing about politics. But I would find myself in Mayor Edwards' office just helping to explain to me how to navigate the politics of it. You know, I think I'm an outstanding lawyer and judge, but the politics part got me. And Mayor Edwards was just an outstanding mentor. The city was so blessed to have him serve as our first mayor.
Thank you so much. I'm going to get Rodney Littles while we over here. Come on back and get this picture real quick, Judge Sellers. I want to thank Judge Sellers just for being Judge Sellers. I got to know her, and I'm telling you, this judge right here is first class. I love her.
Supporters like you who are first class.
I love her. I love her. And so I'm telling y'all now, we're going to see something out of Judge Sellers. I don't know what, but we're going to see something out of Judge Sellers. Thank you, Judge Sellers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Jackie Barrett, the first black chief of police, black sheriff. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And this is all about the legacy of Mayor. Get ready to call him Reverend after that great speech he did. But Mayor Bill Edwards, how has he helped you in your career?
Oh, wow. It has been my great pleasure to have known Bill Edwards since he was selling insurance on Old National Highway. So we go back a ways. And I will tell you that he certainly helped me in my career. We first encountered each other when I was director of the Public Safety Training Center. And he was instrumental in helping us find space for the police academy to be. And then when we outgrew that, he helped us to find space where the facility is now. So he has always been one who's been supportive of public safety. And then for me personally in my career, he was one that I could count on, that I could go to for guidance or to bounce ideas off of. because you know the life of an elected official in that environment, you got to be able to count to 4. Can you find 4 votes for anything, right?
Absolutely.
So I would go to Bill to make sure I had locked his vote down, and then use him maybe to help leverage another vote or 2. But if it wasn't the right time, he would be honest enough to say, I can't do it right now. Come back. And you appreciate that level of honesty from any politician. Absolutely.
One of the things that I've said earlier, and I guess it's true with you, I hope you agree, is that public safety is one of the biggest things that the mayor can do for any community.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And those leaders that he puts in those positions.
Absolutely.
And you happen to be one of them.
Well, yes. I mean, I happen to have been an elected official, but I think coming into the city of South Fulton, he could not have gotten a better choice than Keith Meadows. I mean, we have just been fortunate to have had Chief Meadows as our first police chief. So we hope that legacy continues, because what everybody wants is a safe city. People, I don't care what your political bent is or your gender is. I mean, people want to be able to come home in safety. They want to be able to sleep through the night. They want their children to go to school and come home safely. Everybody wants the same thing.
Absolutely.
So public safety is the top of most people's list.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And hopefully legacy becomes momentum.
And legacy becomes momentum. Very well said. Very well said.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Chief. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, we continue on here with WCEG. And our next guest will be Mr. Joe Karn. Mr. Karn is a former commissioner at Fulton County.
Former commissioner.
Welcome, sir. And we're talking about the legacy of Mayor Bill Edwards and how he has impacted you in your career. Would you care to make a few comments about that?
Well, I will tell you, commissioner, mayor, community activist, you can't say the name of South Fulton without saying Bill Edwards. I don't remember a time there was a prominent South Fulton without Bill Edwards. Before he got here, South County was just a speck at the end of the runway. But no one can deny the type of development and growth and prosperity that we've had in this community and in these cities under his leadership, be it mayor, commissioner, or whatever have you. He's definitely led the charge here. So I learned so much from him as a mentor, and going from community activist myself to city councilman to vice mayor, he told me, he said, it's time for you to roll with the big dogs. And I followed his lead in his shoes in his old commission seat, and I was just proud to pause in his seat. He's still a young fella. He's still got plenty of gas in the tank. Right. I told him I'm looking for a city manager in College Park, and I said, you need to consider that as well. A lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. Great
very
guy.
Good. Very good. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, we have one more guest, and we'll have the Reverend here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Norman. All right, we have Mr. Rodney Littles, who is coming to talk with us just for a few moments about Mayor Bill Edwards' legacy here in the city of South Fulton, as well as his work for the
Fulton County Democratic Party.
All right. So what would you like to say to Mayor Edwards or for Mayor Edwards?
Well, I met the mayor when he was a commissioner. And he came to my homeowners association because we had some problems. We were a new community. And he came out, he brought the whole police department, all the equipment, department heads, so that we could find out what services we should get from the county for our new community. So anytime I've called on him for an issue that affected our community, he's always responded. He was a good person to choose to transition from the county to the city of South Fulton because he had been a commissioner for unincorporated, which was like being the mayor because all of the city services were handled by the county at that time. So I was really happy to see that he ran for mayor and that he served us very well the term that he's been here. I'm sorry he's leaving, but that's the way politics is. You win some, you lose some. But on his way out, he'll always be remembered. He's got a legacy to be proud of, and I'm proud to have known him and worked with him over these years.
Those are some very, very powerful things you said about him, about being available, helpful in the community. He was a man, or is a man of his word. Because we know that here in the Atlanta area, no one really goes far away once they've been a part of the political community. They don't really go far away. They become like consultants.
Yes, well, I'm sure those folks will be seeking his advice as we go through these next 4 years.
Right. I agree with you. Well, I want to thank you for being a part of our interview on this evening.
It's my pleasure. This is a great station, great commentators, and I've known Pennye for a number of years, and I'm really proud of the work she's done with this project.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, we are doing interviews actually for Mayor Bill Edwards. And you are?
I'm Michelle Taylor Willis. I own South Fulton Lifestyle Magazine.
All right. Well,
Bill is a really good friend of mine.
Oh, thank you for being a part of our show. So what would you have to say about his work here in the city of South Fulton?
Well, I mean, Bill was the first, right? And that's how he's lived his life. He's been the first of a lot of things. So a brand new city doesn't seem like it'd be that much different. I think, he gave his heart, he gave his all. And I think at the end of the day, he did things the best way that he thought to do to move things forward. And I don't think we can ever fault people for that. As a friend, we joke around a lot. We have a love-hate relationship, mostly hate. But, he's always been a supporter of mine, and I've always been intentional to make sure that, I support him back. We don't always disagree, but that's what friends do, right? You don't always have to agree, but you tell people the truth, and you expect the truth in return, and that's something I know I can get from him. So, City of South Fulton is better, and at this point, it's, the next path forward.
Wonderfully put. Thank you so much for your words. How can we follow you on social media?
You can follow me at Michelle Taylor Willis on just about everything.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. All right.
Thank you. We got Mrs. Joyce Armstrong coming. This is a great day for the city of South Fulton. We got some trailblazers. This is Miss Joyce Alpha, Old National, off of that corridor. That's that cash cow over there. And Joyce keep things in order over there. I love her leadership and her spirit. So tell me, what do you think about Bill Edwards?
Well, I've known him for quite some time, and he has been very helpful for me when I first came here, because this was my first time ever being in the HOA. So that helped me out tremendously as to what you can do, how you can do it, you need some help, who to go see.
Absolutely. I want to thank you, Joyce, for just being that person. The mayor used to always talk about you over there on Old National. I'm looking forward you to standing strong, making sure that we hold our council
right
and our mayor accountable.
You got that right. Well, I'll say one thing. The youth know the way, the road. The youth know the road, but the elder know the way.
You better say that. You better say that. You better say that. Thank you so much, Joyce, for that.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you. Hold on. Let me get y'all a picture. Hold on. This is a great day, and we'll do anything for the mayor.
You got that right.
The mayor, the only one can get me up out of my house this time of night.
We're gonna close out. Then you start off. Now we're gonna close out with the mayor.
Okay.
This is our
Let's get Miss Glenda Collins. She's over on that Old National corridor to tell us what you got to say about Bill Edwards.
It is.
Come on, talking is mine.
My name is Glenda Collins, and I live in District 5. And when I first started working in my neighborhood, Vivian Pritchett, and I really didn't know how I was going to do it, but I managed to work it in, working every day with my family, and I have been on this journey in the area ever since that time. And it is amazing what I have learned by going to those meetings, working to become a city, and having the input. And I feel as though at some point we will be one of the greatest cities in the South.
Amen. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Because we're going to keep working.
I agree with you. We waiting on the mayor. He got to get his hugs in. But I want to say we're going to be all right in the city of South Fulton.
Yeah, right.
We going to be all right.
What?
No, Mr. Carter, come on over here.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, Mr. Norman. Come on.
Come on, Norman.
I'm right here.
Come on, Norman.
I know. Come on, Reverend Patrina.
Come on, baby.
I know the mayor getting tired. He probably want a cigar now.
I got a couple of them.
You got a couple of them?
Yeah.
Mayor, I want to thank you for just being the mayor. I want to thank you for being Bill Edwards. I want to thank you for putting up with me, because, it's hell when you got to put up with me.
Yeah, sometimes.
I want to tell you all the calls that I had to make when I was the president of HOA, and he made sure that I stayed on the right path. Thank you. I want you to enjoy yourself now. And God ain't through with you yet. I told you a couple of days, you got to stay ready.
Yeah.
Don't get ready, stay ready. And Mayor, I'm going to turn this over to Carter to say something. But again, I want to say I love Bill Edwards. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, Carter.
Thank you. So, Mr. Mayor, it's just been a fantastic affair with a lot of love. But one of the things that I can say that we've talked about you is that you appear to have a life well lived, where you are not doing things just for yourself, but you have nurtured and raised so many other leaders, and there's no greater legacy than that. And I'd like to leave it with you for just a few parting words to our audience.
Well, it's all about service. As an elected official, as a government, that's what we do. We serve. It ain't about the money. It ain't about any of that. It's about service and doing it well. If you're not in it to be servant, then you won't be in it for long. All right.
Amen.
You may wind up with one of them orange jumpsuits people talk about. But this was a great affair. I'm happy. I'm pleased. I think that I've done everything that I said tonight. I've done all you wanted me to do. All right. So whatever left in my life that he needs for me to do, I will be first there to do it. So I first thank God, and I thank all the people of South Fulton. Those who mentored me. My mentor was Benjamin Elijah Mays. And so we just want to make sure that we do the right thing, that we stay on top of everything, and God will take care of the rest.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
I want to make one comment to Mayor Edwards. I appreciate the service that you provided as the first mayor of the city of South Fulton, my home.
Yeah.
Been out here for 31 years, but I do thank you for all of the work that you've done, hard work. And we know it ain't over yet, okay? Thank you so much. We love you.
I love all of you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you. This has been WCEG Network. We have been interviewing the mayor of city of South Fulton and everyone else that came out to this evening. We just want to thank our show host, Mr. Norman, our charismatic show host, Mr. Norman Carter. We want to thank the incredible Miss Damita Chatman, the godmother of South Fulton, and the anointed Reverend Patrina McClure. We want to thank Mr. Oliver, our sound man, our cameraman. We want to thank our IT technologist, Vivian. I know they all are over there watching and hoping I don't call them in front of the camera, but thank you all so much. Job well done. I think we turned out the house tonight. Thank you all. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from WCEG.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. This was awesome.